Good morning. We are about to start work on the next course. If you've seen the last video, you know we got the liner in. So now we're going to go one course up, and then we got to do some prep work to tie in the walls that we're building now with what we're going to be doing later. Then we can finish building the wall. Very cool. Jess, I know you're not trying to get away without doing it. I know you're not trying to get started right now. Course number 16! We're about to get it done! We gotta do it, right? Gotta hype it up. Hype it up. I put this outfit on. And then I didn't realize until I looked in the mirror, but it just kind of reminded me of that scene.
Oh, no.
It kind of reminded me of Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know if you ever seen that drunk scene from Kickboxer. Then I gotta fight some people. Sorry. Of course, I don't have quite the Van Damme physique.
Getting there.
I'm getting there. All right. So we are 8 bags in now. This is bag number 9, right?
Yes.
Woo! And it's warm right now. It could get up to 90 degrees today. Now our summertime temperatures usually range from, I'd say, mid to high 90s, and it could sometimes jump from like 100 to 105. That's usually about the hottest it gets. But I feel like today we're really gonna get our first taste of those summer temperatures. And I think it'll give us kind of an idea of what it'll be like to work in the summer out here, right?
Yeah, and I don't see any clouds, so we're not going to get any reprieves from the sun.
No clouds. I think we're done with clouds for a while, so yeah, it's just going to be straight, brutal sun, high temps from here on out. I think maybe even just 3-4 days, we could get close to 100 degrees out here. You ready for that?
Not really, but...
No one's really ready for that. Whoa. Ja! And the flies out here are just ridiculous. Kayay!
This is another good reason to wear gloves.
You see it? Oh man, it's hidden right there. Careful in the desert, careful in the desert. It's the small ones you gotta watch out for right here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Whoa. Oh, nice. She's like, my job's here is done now. Time to get out. You can't even see me. Look at that. Shadow. Shadow man. Apparently there's a new pandemic, a new virus that's going around. This one though is only affecting rabbits. But we found some crazy things on our property. We're about to go take care of this.
Ready, crew? Gonna find the rabbits? That's not a rabbit. It's a cow bone. Gotta bury his bone first. Dog priorities.
Get him either way. Let's go find that dead animal. We've been finding a ton of rabbits, dead rabbits all over the place. At least 10, maybe more. And we thought this was strange because it didn't look like they were killed by anything.
It's something called rabbit hemorrhagic disease. It's a virus that's been spreading around, especially in the southwestern United States. Usually we don't notice any dead rabbits because things just eat them and they disappear. We knew right away something was wrong.
The Fish and Game here in Arizona was on the lookout, They wanted reports, so I called it in, but they're really looking for fresh specimens within 12 hours or less. We're probably going to try and find the rest of these later, but we did get one. The recommendation from the Fish and Game Department is that you bury these rabbits. One, give them a call, let them know what's going on. Second, bury them to try and reduce the spread of this virus. We're going to go ahead and throw it in our human manure compost. I think that'll be even better to get rid of these things, and it won't spread. I think it'll disguise the smell so the animals won't start eating it. Or
it affects, I think, all rabbits. So it could be domesticated rabbits if you're raising rabbits. If you have pet rabbits, we've seen cottontails and jackrabbits out here that have died from that. This stuff is nasty stuff. Is highly contagious. Pretty much anything that touches an infected rabbit can transmit this virus. So even wind and water, it persists in the environment for a long time. It's likely that this is not going to be contained. It's going to spread, which is scary. It cannot infect humans or other animals.
But a drastic decline in rabbit population like that would definitely have effects across other animals and stuff like that. It would be a huge blow to the food web, especially out here in the desert where there isn't as much choice for food. If we can find the rest of these things, we'll bring them back here, get them buried. And it'll break down real nice inside this compost.
This whole thing has got me thinking about some things. And one is trying to be more connected with nature, kind of know what's going on around us is really important. And that's one reason I'm thankful that we have crew here. He kind of keeps us in touch with nature a little bit more.
We'd probably be stuck right around here where we're living and working, but he kind of gets us out there a little bit more, and he smells those things that we can't smell well until we get pretty close, and then it's like, oh my God, what is that?
Right, but he can sense them from a lot further away. It's something that we're trying to do more of, is staying connected with nature, because nature is a good teacher. But you know, we have to be there in the classroom, present and paying attention.
We got to be willing to listen, and we got to be present.
And you know, we're trying to build a life out here. We're trying to live more sustainably, and that's going to be important, just paying attention to how we impact what's around us and how we get impacted by these things.
Absolutely.
And recognizing that everything's connected.
Course 16 finished and tamped. Looking good. We got to stop here though. We have something else we got to do before we can keep going up. I'm excited. I want to show you. Come along. So I don't know if I went over this yet, but we got to deliver the other day rebar, remesh, and stucco mesh. All important for the build. Coming right up. I got to take some of this rebar and I got to do some cutting. Time to mess with this metal, y'all. Yeah! Now I'm gonna start pounding the rebar inside these bags. I think at least one per each bag. We're gonna go down not only through the upper layer of the bags, but also down a little bit into ground level. So I'm gonna see how all that works. This almost isn't any easier than pounding it into the regular ground. It's tough work. So I got about half of these in, and on one of these, when I was coming down with the T-post driver, it seems like the rebar or something, or the ladder slipped. I don't know exactly what happened. It all happened fast. All I know is that the rebar slipped, the post driver slipped, and everything fell into the cistern. And I was close as well. Luckily, I grabbed onto one of the rebar pieces next to me, and I just kind of like fell onto the walls of the cistern and then just kind of braced myself. Luckily, I didn't go down with all that, but that had me shaken up a little bit. I just got to take a step back and reassess things. I gotta keep at it, but I gotta do it safely. All right, so I'm back out here just before sunrise, and I want to get this done. Just after yesterday's escapades, I was a little hesitant on putting more in, but I feel better and I'm ready to knock this out. Just gonna be a little bit more cautious, take things nice and easy. Now, one thing I do gotta show you, so far I have had one mistake. One of the rebar pieces ended up coming through the bag. Check this out. So this is how I've been going about it, my new technique. For me, I just feel a little bit safer doing it. I just kind of use the hammer to tap it in a little bit, just to get it started. Now that I kind of got it in a little bit, now it won't slip out from under me as I'm using the T-post pounder, and it'll probably go in a little straighter, and I won't get any messes like the rebar popping out of the bags. Nice. Oh. All right, now that we got that problem child out of there, I'm gonna bend some rebar. Here we go, let's give this a shot. All there is to it. Jess is out here too, she's gonna bend some rebar with me.
Muscle man.
Let's see, muscle lady.
You think I can do it?
I know you can do it. Woo! So we got the rebar bent. That only took a few minutes. I might just go around, flatten it out with the sledgehammer, and then when we come across with the next row of bags, I might even flatten it out even more. Then we'll be good. We'll be good to build from here on up, right? Woo! All right, well, are you even on camera? Get on camera, girl. We're gonna keep building this wall. We got maybe about 1.5 feet left to go. And we've been getting a lot of questions about where we get our earth bags from, about the pond liner. I think that'll be the next video, so definitely check that out. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe so you get that info. You don't want to miss out. Catch you on the next video. Later.